Smelter is down. We're going to the second half of Iron Keep. We lit the bonfire, but we did not rest. We do not want to respawn all the enemies here. Let's get our arrows back in order. We'll take lightning and magic and stone ring. Stone ring, again, very, very important in Iron Keep. Don't forget it. These enemies are basically free. Most of the enemies in this area are basically free as long as you know where they are. You can snipe them all pretty safely. Now, because we didn't reset the enemies, we don't have to worry about Forlorn here. If we get invaded, we just run back. Let's see, are we invaded? Nope, no invasion. Okay, if we did get invaded, then we can just drop down there, run back to Smelter's Fog Gate, and lose Forlorn that way. Very simple. If you did accidentally rest and respawn all the enemies, then you're going to want to tune homeward just in case you do get Forlorn here. Moving on. This enemy will come charging us if we move through the door, but we can snipe him from back here before he aggros. So that's easy. Fire some lightning arrows for the turtles. As long as you don't forget where the enemies are, they're very easy to pick off in this area. And if anything goes wrong, if someone comes charging at you, you miss your shots, you can just lure them back into this choke point, where they're very easy to kill. Okay. For the archer in the distance, we'll do 3 magic arrows. Quickly before he aggros, he shouldn't get a shot off, and if he does, we have some cover. Don't forget this enemy over here. That's important. Yeah, just snipe everything. Nice and easy. We could snipe the other archer as well, the same as the first one, but we don't have to. You can just drop him in the lava instead. Just run through, step on the switch right here. Down he goes. Okay. Through this next story, we'll get another enemy charging at us. We can lure him back into this narrow hallway and pick him off here, or we can send him through the doorway before he aggros if we're careful. Not too hard to do. Stone ring, stun lock works wonders here. And this enemy's basically free. He has an aggro right away, so we can just lock on. Double tap. There we go. The turtle around this corner, we're just gonna prep a lightning arrow. Oh, hold on, let's get stamina back first. Strafe. And shoot. And now this is where we finally get a little value out of Bog. Iron Keep. Bog the turtle from around the corner. Free kill. We'll just let that tick down for a bit. And now let's go. For the next turtle, we could do something similar. We can poison him from around the corner right about here. Standing from right about in this little corner over here. We can try and poison him and then dodge past when he fires down. That works, and that's probably what I would do, to be honest, if I was just doing this on my own. But because we're trying to be marathon safe, we're going to show the most foolproof strat possible. Hug the wall here. The fire doesn't reach the wall, so you don't have to worry about that at all. We're going to turn off the fire, and we don't have to bother with it. You can also get the bonfire here if you like. Probably not going to bother because we don't need it. But if you want to be like ultra efficient, you could attune Dark Weapon or something to help a little bit with Iron King, but that's super unnecessary. You don't really need a resin for Iron King at all. So we'll just drop down here. Just don't touch those spikes. Come over to the corner. Now the fire's down, we don't have to worry about that. Just poison him around the corner, let him tick down. And now we prep for Iron King. We're going to want lightning and poison arrows. Lens ring in case we get some rapier hits. And the plan for Iron King is to pick him off with arrows from the side. We're going to run around towards the exit. And none of his attacks can hit us there except for the hand laser. So when we see hand laser, we're going to dodge past and poke him with the rapier. For everything else, we just pick away at him with arrows. It should be very simple, very easy, quick fight. Alright, let's get to it. We'll start with 4 poison arrows for a quick poison. 1, 2, 3, and wait for stamina. One more poison for the poison. Follow the lightning because you can. Okay. So yeah, if he does anything but the hand laser, you just sit around over here. Oh, there's a hand laser. Okay. When he does a hand laser, we switch to Rapier and poke him in the arm. Lots and lots of damage. Everything else, we just sit around over here. He can't hit us. We can pick away at him from the side. Very easy fight. There we go. Now we will go talk to Aldia. Start his quest line. Here we go. Just spam through his dialogue. Like the bonfire, though I'm not sure if this is really necessary anymore now that we've started Aldia's quest line. Oh well, it doesn't hurt. And then we're gonna go open up the Brume DLC while we're here. Also, while we're here in Brume, we're gonna make a pit stop for a couple of soul vessels near the start. You don't have to do this now, it just saves a couple of loading screens, so you might as well. We have everything we need. It's pretty simple with Yearn. Once we have those, we're going to go back, get some levels, and respec, and then we'll go pick up the Ring of Blades +1. So that's what we really wanted from Iron Keep. First, we gotta run. Quite a bit of running here. Don't forget the smelter wedges. These are going to be important when we get to Fume Night. Okay. So we'll get to the first bonfire. And then we're going to update our spells a little bit. All we really need is Yearn. I'm also going to bring Sacred Oath. And if you have Hush, you might as well bring Hush for this, but it's not necessary. Drop Fog. Drop Fog. Get Yearn, and if you have Hush, bring Hush, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. For RTSR, we want Cat Ring and Cat Boots. You need both. Let's get magic arrows ready. Drop to the central cog here, and then drop again to the doorway down there. Walk off the edge, and there you go. RTSR. Just remember you need both Cat Ring and Cat Boots for that. But it's a very nice, quick RTSR setup. Okay, now we're going to get Stone Ring. I'm going to buff Sacred Oath just to make sure we get the 2-shot kill on this guy. Headshot, body shot with magic arrows. With Stone Ring, he'll stagger, so we should be able to get an easy kill. There we go. And now, if you have Hush, buff it here just to speed things up a tiny bit. Again, not necessary. Drop down over here. Sneak past these guys. With Hush, we don't have to slow walk. I'll cross out of Yearn over the abyss. Go open this hidden door. Cross another Yearn. Make sure these guys stay busy. You know what? One more Yearn just to be sure. Then we'll get these 2 soul vessels, and we'll get out of here. Again, we don't have to do this now. You can come back for these later instead if you like, but you might as well. Next stop is Majula to level up. Doesn't really matter what we put the levels in because we're about to respec. Should be able to get about 6 extra levels here. Yeah. So level 173. Nice. And now we head to things fixed. Respec. And this is where the dex build really starts to take off. We're going to go up to 80 dex. That's going to give us quite a bit more damage on Ricards and the black bow. It's pretty nice. And we'll also be able to fix our spell stats, caster stats. Because we used all those spices, because the dex build does not need extra dark bonus or lightning bonus. All we need is enough to cast our spells. Because we use our spices to bring down the requirements on our key spells, we can get by with just 17 int and 16 faith. That's all we need. And that's going to save us 10 levels. Of course, I should mention, we could also go a little bit lower and use the Ring of Knowledge and Prayer every time we cast a spell. That would save, we could save a few extra levels that way, but that gets really annoying. I don't recommend it. Anyway, we'll get our stats back. Get back up to 80 dex. That is a nice bonus for us. We need our strength back because we're not quite done with Old Knight Hammer yet. Get our attunement back for the iframes and the spell slots, and then the rest goes into green bar. We can also talk to her for some free effigies. Could be useful for the Dark Liquor Chasms if we ran out somehow. Yeah, alright. Now we go back for... Now that we have our 80 dex, to speed this up a little bit, we're going to go back for Pursuer and Smelter's Arena for Ring of Blades +1. So first, let's set up RTSR. There we go. And while we're waiting for the poison to tick down, we'll loot this chest. This is 5 flame butterflies. It's going to be very helpful for the Dark Liquor Chasms. You also need one in Lamb Lois. And now we're going to go kill Smelter. Ring doesn't really matter here. We're going to want lightning arrows. Buff Sacred Oath because we can. Why not? And then we're going to cheese him. Shoutouts to Marshall for this strat. It's a very nice strat. Triggers the Pursuer and run back up here and snipe him through the window. 2 shots. We'll run out here, exit the door, and come back in. It slows him down from despawning. This does take a little bit of getting used to get the timing right. If you're too slow, then you can despawn, or if you don't go all the way out through the door, you can despawn. And that's not good. You also have to manage your stamina fairly carefully. You can't afford to run out and not be able to run. But it's super effective, a very nice cheese strat. It doesn't take too long with the +10 black bow and 80 dex. Should mention, you might be tempted to try to poison him, but it doesn't really work. His poison meter resets every time we do this, for whatever reason. I assume it's tied to whatever causes him to not despawn. It also resets the poison. So we can't really trigger poison on him very easily. So I wouldn't really recommend it. Just keep poking away with magic arrow or lightning arrows. It's faster. There we go. We'll pick up that ring. It's a nice upgrade. Extra +15 physical AR over the Ring of Blades. So we'll equip that. Get our boots back as well. We'll drop all our useless rings in storage, especially this one. We're never going to use this again, so drop that off. You can drop off anything else you have as well. We don't need Crest Blood. Probably not going to need Crest Rat. Yeah, okay. And now we are all done here. Time to set up for the next split. Let's see, it's going to be Fog, Toxic, couple of Yearns, and Homebrew. Okay. Next split, let's go.